Konosuba, it's funny. It's one of those animes where, you know, they're like in the fantasy world and all that fun stuff, and it's not too drama-y, if that makes any sense. It's not. It's a little bit of adventure, but it's more based around comedy. There's not too much, you know, gory. It's not too gory or it's not gory or anything like that. It's just straight slapstick. A lot of funny, and I love it. I love it. It's the right amount of action and the right amount of funny, and I can easily get behind it. Unlike that one anime where he dies all the time. I forgot what that one was called, but he dies all the time, and so it's kind of like it's really kind of weird how, which that's cool. Really, I haven't really I haven't really watched it like that. I haven't watched the last season. There it is. I haven't started the last season yet. I think. Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched the last season, and I'm really excited about watching it. But you know, that character, he dies over and over again, which is a interesting concept for it, but it's kind of sad because throughout the whole thing, you just watch this kid, like I don't even know how old he is. You watch this kid's, like, you know, mind like be sent for a loop, made to die over and over again. Like how many times can a person die before they lose their mind? That's insane. I don't like, if I have to die over and over again, I probably curl up in a little ball. I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to keep going. Mm-mm. Not me. Not me. But you don't see that with this anime. This one is just funny and silliness. Like and it's got that heartwarming vibe to it. Not gonna lie. Like it like the main character, let's see, Kazuma. He's not your powerhouse of a character. He's just a regular, you know, I think he's got more of a thief class going on. And he's funny, like, but he's also he's like he's got a he's your stereotypical, you know, main character. Actually, is he your stereotypical main character? No, because he's a little bit of a pervert. So he's not your stereotypical main character. He's a little bit of a pervert. Kinda. Yeah, no, he's no, he's a pervert. He's a pervert, all right. But he's also, you know, really nice. Like his relationship with each character like has his own kind of, you know, uh healthy mix to it. However, my favorite like a connection that he has to a character will be between him and Magnuman. Like they have a great relationship with each other, a very good relationship with each other, and I love it. I really love it. I can't really think of a character that has the same kind of, you know, relationship that like a Kazuma and Magnuman has. Like it's a pretty strong like bond between the. I'm sure other anime have, like, I know two characters who bond together, like maybe even stronger. But like I don't know, something about these two, like a Kazuma and like a Magnuman, are like a really unique in a way, and like I can easily get behind that. They might. I feel like they. I don't really like the whole what, like, you know, childhood friend kind of you know, anime, because it's really boring. Like it's really boring, like childhood friend anime. Like it could really it automatically just say, oh, because they're childhood friends, they're most likely going to be together in the end. I mean, it's like, hey, you want to you want to read this book? Sure. Well, I'm gonna tell you the ending, and then you can. I'm gonna tell you the ending first, and then you can get the book. I'm like, well, that's not fun. I'll go around telling me the ending. See, I would love for Magnum and I would love for a ship between Magnum and Kazuma, in the future. However, I don't want to be, told it right off the bat by, childhood friend kind of thing. And the thing is, the reason I learned that the reason why there's like so much childhood friend kind of genre anime is because that's actually supposedly actually a thing in Japan. A lot of people, like when you like the circles you form in Japan are kind of they pretty much stays the same as you get older. So that childhood friend is probably most likely the one like you will be with. And I still don't really understand it too much. Well, I guess I pretty much understand the gist of it. And so it does make sense why there's so much childhood friend anime out there, because it's relating to the viewer, and a lot of viewers like even lately like anime where the after you die you're reincarnated in a fantasy world, and that's pretty cool. However, I would hate to die and come back in a world where toilet paper isn't a concept. I would hate that. I would hate it so much. Oh, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside and poop in the woods. No one wants that. I don't. What am I? Some kind of animal? Don't answer that. There are other anime that I can easily say aren't my favorite. You know what? I love a lot of things, so it's hard to really say, oh, that's not my favorite or that's not my favorite. But especially if I'm not talking about it. But like, there's a few anime out there like Big O. Big O, it's not my favorite, but I do have a little bit of nostalgia from it. Cowboy Bebop, not my favorite, but also in nostalgia. Eureka 7 gotta be my favorite. It's hard to say if it was my favorite or I'm just really nostalgic about it, because I think Eureka 7 was Eureka 7 and Evangelion were the two anime that really got me into anime. What was it? Inuyasha was also one of them, but I don't know if that was my favorite or nostalgia. It's a look at anime though. I didn't watch Inuyasha all the way through. I didn't. It was just on. It came on like after the other anime, so it was still pretty good. But Evangelion and Eureka 7 were my two favorite anime that really got me started. In the whole thing. So while I do respect Naruto and like I have watched a lot of I watched enough Naruto to feel a little bit of nostalgia when I see Boruto. When I see Boruto, it's and then I see the Naruto characters who are like older now. I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool. So I still have that oh wow, they've come a long way. That's pretty cool. So I have that that warm feeling inside when I see like the characters who are older now. Like I still get that feeling. So that's how much Naruto I've watched to have that type of feeling. In which if you don't really follow a certain anime and then you don't see like the progression, it's the progression, progression. It's that thing. It's the progression. Yeah, there it is. I'm totally saying that word right. And it's like but the one thing I don't want to see that in, to be honest, is Hunter x Hunter. I know I talked about this last episode of Anime with Candy, but it was Hunter x Hunter. I don't really want to see them get older, because they're really cool as they are. Like the world is big, like stronger, older monsters, who's been doing a lot long, who's been fighting for a lot longer, and so you have these younger, less experienced characters, doing their thing. Ray from D Live says, I think my favorite is Detective Canon, but I see little as it is slightly different to find the slightly difficult to find the episode subtitled in Portuguese. Oh, Detective Canon. I remember Detective Canon. I remember that. I do remember that. Detective Canon is up there in the nostalgia. Not my favorite, but nostalgia. Like and I add that to the list as well, specifically because he's like, a young character, and that's really cool. That's actually one of the concepts of one of the stories and one of the bookkeeper's books, and the new book that the bookkeeper is just is going to release soon is like a Prince Adam and the Man-Eating Queens. Like in the book, all the it's the you have to be over 18 to read that book, but in the book, all the horrible monster queens from the past are young again. Like so they're, and when I mean horrible, I mean like the embodiment of horrible. Like you're not really supposed to like them because they're just evil. But like they're young again, and they get the chance to try to redeem themselves through the prince, like about helping him with his his goals. So like the age reverse concept, I feel like is a really interesting take on a lot of things. You'll see it sometimes in like anime where the main character dies and reincarnated and everything. So you can see that. And as long as it's not overdone too much, I think it can be really good. The idea of being overdone really comes down to like how well the writing is. But Detective Canon, I don't think he ever got older. And that show is still going on, I believe. Detective Canon is still going on. That's insane. They're still making new episodes. Right? Still new episodes, I think. Right? Yeah. I think they are, last I checked. And that's insane. That's a long, if that's true, that's a long anime. And that he still hasn't gotten older. I'm gonna call it the Ash effect, like Pokemon and everything. He just never gets older. Yeah, he still never found a way, because I think all this time he's trying to figure out how to what like get his age back to the way it was. So it's pretty interesting. I should really look into that anime, Detective Canon. But the next anime on the chopping block is, which one is it?